Hey everyone, welcome to the LIBERcast episode 133. I would like to firstly thanks everyone for joining in and listen to it even afterward when it's gonna go live on YouTube, Odysee, Telegram, I think, and then there's DLive and YouTube. I have the chance and the great honor to have incredible guests on the show, and I would like to thank everyone who's been there, the people who are following, and you're really the pillars of the LIBERcast. So thank you so much for being there and sharing your time with me. I'm gonna be checking on the comments on the comment section of YouTube and Facebook, for this matter. I'm gonna try to not forget to look at the comments, and if you have questions or if you want to join this conversation tonight, it's gonna be about Carnism. It's the third episode of this series that I started about the culture of freedom and the great divides and cognitive dissonance in between and in the communities, in every communities. This conversation is a bane on the freedom movement. So just before I'm starting, I'm just gonna do my usual shout out to the One Great Work Network. As usual, an aggregate, a network of incredible content creators. I encourage you to go there and go discover this incredible encyclopedia of different knowledge. We have the Brendan Spencers and Brendan Martin. We have Corey and Droulat, Chris Jensen, who are active, and then Cryptoric and French stuff for the people who are usually listening to the French episodes and you're listening tonight. There's French stuff there. Darian Greens, me, and Derek now has partaken into more French stuff. So yeah, there's a few ones, over between 70 and 75 content creator, all worth pulling a little bit of time and go on. This is actually Mark Passio's network. Just his work is incredible. I suggest everyone to go see and discover this incredible information. Here we go. So tonight it's gonna be another one. This is gonna be a straight up rant. It's gonna be, I'm gonna point out communities. I'm gonna point out cognitive dissonance and divides into the freedom communities and the occult communities and the spiritual communities and all the cognitive dissonance that is attached with meat eating, animal rights, carnism. This is what I'm going to touch tonight. I wanted to bring up some parts from Earthlings documentary live on the podcast, but I decided not to do it because it makes me sick to look at all this cruelty and these massacre, these ritualistic massacre that are complete. It's ghastly. It's horrifying, and I didn't want to get once again into that and having to get through it another time. I went all the way the first time, and I'm never gonna look at it again. This documentary is fucking truth revealing. It's horrifying, and it's eye opening. So if you have the cojones, if you have the balls to look at this movie and go through it, all of it, then we're maybe gonna be able to have a talk together about it. But tonight I'm here because in the freedom communities, in the spiritual communities, in the occult communities, and everything that surrounds it, we have this incredible, pathetic, terrifying divide between meat eating and not meat eating. It's essentially these two things. So you have, and as pathetic as it really is, I cannot fucking believe that I have to do it once again on the LIBERcast because of all the things that have been pointed out, the chicanery, the little fights in between people and groups and communities. And I'm talking to you, the people will listen to it, the people that keeps on ignoring this important and truthful and horrifying reality, this truth that we have to confront. And we're going to do it together. This is what we're going to do tonight. I'm just going to bring up, am I there? Let's see. So I'm going to look on the comments if you have questions, if you want to join up. The podcast is open. So it means that you can join up and partake in the conversation with me. And tonight it's about carnism. This is one of the most deadly, the most evil industry ever. This is a cultural. Hey. Hi, Safi. Welcome. As usual. Thank you for being there, sister. This gruesome ritual culture that we have as humans. We have this cognitive dissonance inside of us. We are lying to ourselves every day because of that. People are actually ignoring the truth about it just to feel better, to put that shit in their mouths. Yeah, all the justification that most people use to justify the use of violence against the animal are pathetic. Makes me sick. I didn't have the occasion of having a deep conversation about that. I did a French presentation about carnism and vegetarianism and things like that, and I wanted to impress it because I've seen this resurgence, this conflictual subject that keep on coming back, dividing even more this feeble, weak, pathetic communities that they're supposed to be about freedom. They're supposed to be about putting an end to slavery, to put an end to violence. This is a lie. This is a cognitive dissonance. It is part of the one great religion of death, the cult of death. And I'm going to explain it to you tonight, and we're going to have the chance of looking at some image there. I have some little memes that I got from all these years, and they're all very poignant. They're all very true. It doesn't matter if it comes from the vegan. It doesn't matter if it comes from activists from the movement. These broken ass activists. These people, and I'm gonna talk about these people. I'm gonna talk about the vegan movement, and I'm gonna talk about the carnists, or whatever you call it. Mathieu Leclerc, you can ask me if you want to buy via Facebook, if you got me on there. If not, we're gonna have to do it later. So thank you for asking. So if you're connected with me via Facebook, just contact me in the private messaging. Thank you. So the first one that I wanted to show is one of Mark Passio's, actually. So we're gonna just look at this one first, and then there's a very good description for what carnism is. Sorry about that. Here we go. Carnism, a dogmatic religion based entirely upon violence, the main belief system of which is that is morally justifiable or necessary to kill animals to eat their dead flesh. The ultimate expression of domination. So I wanted to make it clear. I think this definition there is right on point. We talk about statism, and we talk about spirituality, and we talk about all these religions, money, and these fake ass spiritual people that are spewing their garbage all upon these communities. So carnism is a religion. It's a belief system. I mean, why do I say that? Because humans don't need meat to survive, to live, to thrive. We don't need animals to thrive in this world and have a good life and a good health. We don't need to use violence against animals. We don't need to do it, ever. Is it justifiable? No, it's not. We cannot justify the use of violence against animals. There's many justification. We're gonna have to cover some of them tonight. So I'm gonna put this one there. Okay, this is a thought. Almost 300,000. No, it's not even that. It's 259 million animals slaughtered by day. Millions of animals slaughtered. It's incredible. We killed more animals. We killed more animals in 3 days than in every war, in every death that have been counted. We're killing them as in millions. Millions. That's the true horror. This is unmitigated, pure slavery. We are treating our brothers and sisters from the animal kingdom as objects, as commodities, as food, only for a taste, only for our biases, only because of your religion or your culture. Are you aware of the massacre 365 days a year, 7 days a week, 24 hours of insane torturing, killing, bloodletting ritual actually happen right now? These creatures, whatever they are, pigs, chicken, dogs, cat, they're slaughtered like garbage. They're treated like garbage. And I'm not even talking about the pet owners. You know, they're treating them like garbage, trying to feed dogs and cats vegan foods. This is how fucking delusional these communities are. They're fucking retarded. You have to be ignorant. You have to be complacent. You have to be fucking evil to justify killing animals. You have to be fucking insane. This is insanity. This is madness. I don't care where you are. I don't care what community that make you think that you're better than you are. I don't care about that. I don't give a fuck who you think you are. If you're justifying the use of violence against another sentient being, you're evil. You're mad. Why am I saying that like you're actually helping killing people? Because they're people. I don't need to draw you I don't have to do a drawing. For you to understand, they are people. They are sentient beings. And what makes a being sentient? First of all, sentient beings are conscious of the environment. They can feel every 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 uh, 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 every tint of emotions: grief, joy, pain, sadness, depression, excitement, empathy. All the adjective that I gave to you, these definitions that I gave, they are true. This is not my opinion. This is not what I think it is. This is not what I believe. This is pure truth. I don't care what you think. You know why? Because there are not beliefs. There are not inventions that I get from somewhere, from another researcher or something like that. I can see it, you know, with my two eyes, my two own eyes. I can feel these animals. And I cannot fucking believe, I cannot fucking understand why people are defending this. There is no reason at all to do it, but cruelty, bloodthirst, or because your mouth, your taste, your taste. So what is violence? What is violence? Violence is the use of coercive, constraining, not constraining, sequestering, and blackmail, and taking the rights away from these beings or humans. This is form of violence. Torturing them, killing them. This is violence. This is the definition of violence. Violence is an action that you don't have the right to take. Whatever you think, whatever your religion is, whatever your parent told you, huh? Because your parent told you that you have to eat meat to survive, that you're gonna continue encouraging it. Beliefs, religions, biases, ignorance. There's no such thing as human meat, as human killings, humane killings. Regardless the marketing fantasy you were sold, all of them wanted to live. Humane killing. What is human killing? Can someone describe this to me? What is humane killing? Yep. Violence is culturally induced as a normal way to act in society. Yep. Absolutely. The things that occurred and still occurring from the slaughterhouse has a intrinsic effect on humans. Everything is vibratory. Everything is energy. And there is no separation between them and us. There is no separation. And we're treating them like we're treating ourselves, like slaves, like cattle, like objects, like commodities. We're treating ourselves the same way that we're doing it to them. It's sickening. And I have the fact that I have in 2024 reminding this simple truth about the way that things work is a testimony for the complete retardation of our society. We're going back. We're not moving forward, we're going back. We're walking backwards. Involution. I shouldn't have to tell you that animals are sentient beings. I shouldn't have to tell you that these animals wanted to live, that they didn't want to be tortured, that didn't want to live, grow, and die into industries, into factories that make them sick, that push them to cannibalism. Growing into sterilized, mechanical industries that keep on fattening them up for you to indulge yourself with the rotten carcass of a dead animal. Chickens are grown into relatively small cages. They're pissing themselves, they're shitting themselves, and they're living 8, 6, or 8 in the same cage. Disgusting. And you're eating this shit. Pigs. Let me show you. Pigs. Animals. Smarter than dogs. Loving. Smart. Beautiful creatures. Scared shitless. Don't tell me that you don't see it. Look in their eyes. Tell me that they're not scared shitless. There are beautiful, smart, sentient beings. They're as valuable as you and me. Their fear is palpable. Their panics, their sadness. You know why? I'm going to tell you. Because it's not your fucking ass sat on the cold concrete waiting you to fucking get your throat slit, motherfuckers. They know absolutely what they're getting into when they're getting at the slaughterhouse. Let me tell you something. Have you even fucking looked at the documentaries? Have you even fucking heard their lamentation, their agony, their screams? Have you seen a gray fox farming? Have you seen how these animals are killed and maimed? Babies, baby animal treated like garbage. Veal, baby cows from the dairy industry, chained 3 feet from the ground, fattened up, and killed at 6 months. 6 months. They're children. Children. Foie gras. I'm sure there's people who know what it is. This fucking disgusting shit that people put on their bread. This fucking gross ass ghastly product issued from torturing, killing, mistreating poor goose and ducks. I think it's gooses. They're fucking sticking this hose with food in it, and they're fucking shoving it right in their stomach, and they're putting it. I don't have the picture there, but it's fucking gross. It's fucking disgusting. They're sticking this fucking thing all the way through their throat, in the stomach, in order them to get fat, so they can fucking mutilate them and sell this shit to disgusting people. The time will come when men such as I will look upon the murders of animals as they now look upon the murder of men. Another powerful image. These moms were raped, and they were put in prison the time of pregnancy, and then when they're getting their kids, their babies, they're shoved into this tiny ass cubicles, and they don't have enough space to turn, to stand, or sit, because they're afraid that they're gonna kill. And sometimes it's happening. They, after a time, they have to sit down, or get low, get on their belly and to sleep, and they're killing their young because they don't have the space. Babies of pigs are mutilated, they're maimed when they're born, they cut their teeth, they cut their balls, their testicles, without anesthesia. So it's just imagine if you're a man and someone takes a cutter and cut your fucking balls off. I'm sure you will have a hard time, a painful death. I mean, at this point, just with these images there, if I cannot get through you, then you're ignorant. Then there's nothing I can do for you. I don't care what you think, brother. I don't care what you think, sister. Your choices are literally bringing them at the slaughterhouse. You are voting for this shit with your money. Every time you're enjoying your steak, every time you're enjoying your chicken or your pig, your ham, your bacon, this fucking bacon jokes makes me sick. And this is what I think is happening. Talking about animal rights to meat eater. It's like talking and trying to explain something to a toddler, to a kid, a little kid, a baby. Yeah. In all these times, that all my podcasts, all the work that people are doing, talking about morality, what's the definition of it, what the definition of right and wrong, what is the difference between good and evil. I shouldn't have to take you by the hand and showing you that you're fucking wrong about your belief, about how you behave. You think you're fucking smart with your bacon jokes? Babies. Babies and mothers and fathers. Because this is what they are. They are our brothers and sisters in soul. They are earthlings. We are earthlings. We are the same as them. The only difference between them and us, it's because us, our intelligence, actually our intellectualism has made us fucking retarded. We are evil motherfuckers. We're enjoying every bit of that. Every time the people, you can see that in their faces when they eat their steaks. So good. This is what death and pain and disease taste like. Don't get me wrong. I ate meat before. I was a carnist before, but I stopped because I realized it was fucking wrong for me, for my wife, for the animals. If you have the balls to get through Earthlings or Dominion, two documentaries that you have to see, if you have the balls to do it, and it's not fucking affecting you, and it's not making you depressed or sick, you're a sociopathic, psychopathic motherfucker. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you think. This is complete fucking evil. This is evil deeds. And by consenting to it and not doing anything and fucking encouraging it by buying the product, then you are partaking in evil. All these freedom fighters, all these pseudo spiritual motherfuckers around, spewing their shit about love and agape and agape love and the love for all, and these people are all in fucking rainbows and everything is fine, but when they turn around, they're going straight up to meat. They're going straight up to fucking garbage. These people didn't think about that. They don't care. They don't care about the well-being of animals. All they want is their comfort. All they want is their freedom. When animals, millions of them, groomed into factories, into fucking slaughterhouses. Millions of them, millions, not few thousands. It's 100 million. And at the end of the year, we talk about billions of animals: fish, poultry, cow, pigs, cat, dog, deers, everything. Billions. And everything is fine. We're gonna send into the 5D. The extraterrestrial will come down and save us from our fucking stupidity and our cruelty and the fucking life of misery that we choose for our brothers and sisters from the animal kingdom. They're gonna stay here and say, you did fucking great. Huh? Vegans. Now, because I'm talking about meat eating, I'm going to bring up vegans because there's terrible people on both sides. There's both of these groups, this dialectic, this divide, as useless as it is, as pointless as it is, as worthless as it is. These motherfuckers are not even trying to educate people. They're talking them down. They're treating them like garbage, hoping to have other people like them, echo chambers. Yeah, how many vegans I know are vaxxed? Wow. Surprising? No. because most vegans are statists. They're trying to use law from men to stop people from doing it. They're using intimidation, they're using violence, they're using gaslighting. I've been in my life doing animal right activism. I did it. I joined groups to make a difference, to show people what is the truth about meat eating. I've seen the sadness of these people confronting it, seeing the truth for the first time, the sheer violence, the way that we're treating the animals in the laboratory, fur industry, skinning them alive, no anesthesia. They rip the fucking skin out of these animals when they're alive and conscious. Dogs, cats, I see that. Vegans don't have the connection. They didn't make this connection between freedom and morality and what they're supposed to do. Activism, sensibilization, talking about this information, sharing it in a neutral, comprehensive, logical way. I've seen these people getting violent with other people. I've seen them dying because they're too fucking retarded to be rational. I'm sorry. If you think you're better because you're vegan, then let's agree to disagree. Let's agree to disagree. If you think coercion and blackmailing and gaslighting and threatening people is the good thing to, it's the good way to do it, then I don't agree with it. I think you're totally doing it a disservice. We shouldn't be able to have a decent conversation on a neutral zone without violence, without aggressivity, without fucking picking on each other because of that. We cannot change people. Whatever you do, whatever you say, and even less on Facebook, even less on YouTube. The only thing you can really do is telling the truth, showing the truth to people. This is the only way we can do it. Most of them are cowards. They're statists, they're religionists, they believe in government, and they don't do the connection between them. That we will never be free until these beings, until these our brothers and sisters are free. We are intimately connected together. The violence of the slaughterhouse is permeating in every aspect of society. You are what you eat. Let me tell you something. I did this show, the last show I did it in French. I went through it a little bit and talk about my experience in it. But let me tell you something. We're not out of this hellhole that we dug for ourselves. We will not have this utopia, this perfect world that everybody is hoping for. It's not going to happen, people. Every day, there's a bloodletting ritual happening. This is a pure evil, negative, if I can use that term. It's a perverted energy that is sent everywhere. You think that these places doesn't affect us? Why our animals are afraid of us? Why our people are brainwashing their children into carnism? Because children are naturally inclinated to fruits and vegetables. Humans are vegetarians or vegans naturally. I don't care what you think. I don't care. Because the old adage, that say, the old myth that meat eaters are going to tell to vegetarians in the debate is we need proteins. But I have an information, I have something to tell you people. Protein does not come from meat. It's a fallacy, it's a myth, it's fucking garbage reasoning. Proteins are from plants. The only way you can find proteins is in plants. And why are people saying that the animals have proteins into them? It's because people are eating vegetarian and vegan animals. Grass eaters. Grain. Don't you fucking understand? Are you capable of putting this simple truth into your minds? Every animals that we know and consume as humans are vegetarians, are grass eater. They're grain. They're eating grain because we tell them to do it. Mushrooms, fruits. Yeah. The biggest animals that are on Earth, not in the sea, on Earth, are vegetarians. Gorillas, plant eaters. Elephants, plant eaters. Giraffe, plant eaters. Hippos, vegetarians. Cows, vegetarians. Pigs, vegetarians. Chickens, vegetarians. They eat insects. They're reptiles, by the way. Why am I saying that we're the same? Because if you compare humans with pig, you will see that we have a lot of things in common. Lungs, heart, stomach, same size. Kidneys. If you take the innards of humans and you take innards of pigs, we are the same. Humans, in the long list of the biggest brain of the animal kingdom, guess what position we are in? We are 14th. The biggest brain on the earth, the intelligence by the scientific community, is calculated in the amount of gray. I lost the name there. Gray matters in the brain. So we're 40th. So we're fooling ourselves thinking that we're smarter than animals. We don't have a fucking idea of how smart these creatures are. Pigs, you can show them tricks, more tricks than dogs. They're smarter than dogs. Birds, dogs, even fucking whales. It doesn't turn well for them. Orcas. If you want to see something about what's happening when you take a conscient being, a sentient being, and you put them into a prison and the consequences of it, just look at the fucking documentary about orcas. You're gonna be fucking mind blown by how fucking intelligent they are. Elephants, brilliant, memory, emotions. They're all sentient beings. I don't care if you don't like them, if you're religious people, I don't give a fuck. I don't care if in your book that God says that the animals are yours. It's not true. Plants, vegetables, fruits have been made as food for humans and animals. And I'm not gonna fucking expand on the intelligence and the connectivity between plants and how they live and feel and things like that. I don't have time for this shit. I don't care. Your animals, the animals you eat, needs these plants. We need them to survive. We need them to survive. All the vitamins, the minerals, the proteins are from plants. I don't care what you think, or if it makes you cry or angry. I don't give a fuck, because it's still true. So, knowing that this behavior in the aggregate, in the communities, because this their Carnism is the one of the things that is still incredibly debated or ignored into the communities. Freedom community, truth community, occult community. Even in the great work, even where I proudly stand, there's people who are ignoring this. They're making shit justification to continue their bad behavior. Spiritual people, freedom people, freedom people. So, like I mentioned earlier, these people don't care about freedom. They care about their own freedom. My comfort, my taste buds. They're more important than the life of a sentient being. A mother, a father, a brother, a baby, a toddler, a kid. I mean, at this point, if people don't understand it, it's not my fucking problem. It's your karma. It's your bullshit. You know, you can tell yourself all the lies that you want, doesn't matter. Your choice stops where another one lost it. So if you take the choice, if you do a choice and it stops another being from having one, then you're doing wrong. Then you're evil. Then your behavior is one of evil. Doesn't mean that you killed it yourself. Means that you partake in the growth or continuation of the mass murdering of animals. Fish, it's even worse. Fish are treated like worse than garbage. I cannot fucking believe that people still eat this shit. It's disgusting. It smells like death. When you're going at the groceries and you see all these fucking mutilated part of rotting meat, rotting, and for the most of them, rotting since few days or weeks before they're into your plate. When the animal dies, when the heart stopped, the rotting process is starting. The life goes out of the animal, the rotting start. The gases, the bacteria, the disease that the animal had, if this was the case, because they are not biologically testing the animal before sending to you. These animals maybe have infection, diseases, and they were shot with vaccines and antibiotic and boosters and all the shit that they're not supposed to eat. When you eat this, you're eating the death, you're eating the disease, you're eating all the vaccines and the antibiotic and the hormones and all the garbage that they shoot directly onto this animal. The pain. You're eating the pain of the animal. Let me tell you, animal can feel pain. Yeah. It's fucking terrifying. So, the law of assimilation, you become what you eat. You eat death, you're gonna get sick. You're gonna have problems. You eat well, you eat fresh, you eat alive, then you're gonna have good results. As simple as that. You don't eat death. You eat life. What is alive? Gorgeous, full of water, full of color. It's beautiful. All these thousands of plants just for you to enjoy it. Eating fresh and alive. What choice that you take? Death, you eat dead, or you eat alive. This is the law of assimilation. You have, if you're alive, you have to eat alive. Fresh, colorful, filled with water and vitamins and minerals and chlorophyll. Green food are the best that you can eat. All the greens, fruits. So the choice is yours. You can eat whatever shit you want. If you want to eat some ballonné, it's your choice to eat this fucking garbage. This garbage, it's not even food. Every time you go and you take your fucking meat for you to enjoy a fucking greasy, disgusting hamburger. It smells like garbage. It smells like death. Don't you fucking realize when you're cooking this meat, when you're cooking the thing, it smells like burning death. It smells like dead, rotting meat actually eating. It's fucking disgusting. It's ghastly. I don't care what you think. You're still eating death, rotting shit that you put in your body because you feel satisfied because of your taste buds, your little biases, your culture, your mommy, your daddy and mommy. Because your mommy and your daddy told you, oh, you can eat meat, it's good for you. Don't worry about where it comes from. Huh? Don't think about it. Just enjoy your meal, you know? You're fucking disgusting, smelly, disgusting food. So you can ignore everything that I said tonight. I don't care. You do whatever you want. It's your body. Ultimately, I'm not here to tell you to believe me. Don't believe me. Don't listen to what I have to say. I don't care. There's people who actually gonna fucking take their balls and do something about it. First of all, if you didn't watch the movie Earthlings or Dominion, you don't have a place here to debate with me. I don't want to have this conversation with you if you haven't seen this fucking movie, this documentary. I don't care about your opinion. Any justification, I will take it as a religion. It's nothing. It's worthless information. Go listen to this shit, this documentary, and tell me that it didn't affect you in any case. I don't want to see you. I don't want to be with you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't care what you think. Truth is truth, and it's likely to hurt when you hear it. Don't believe me. I'm not your leader. I'm not your guru. I'm not I'm just a average Joe talking to you about value, intrinsic value of the animals. Not intrinsic value, but their their infinite value of animals. They're as valuable as you and me, as your neighbor, as your kid, because we're all one. There's no separation between us and them. They're suffering, we're sharing this suffering. They're in pain, they're they're sad, depressed, and we're sharing this fate. We're sharing this fate with them. We have to grow up and realize that we're partaking actively into the mass murdering of animals, this ritualistic Satanist fucking massacre, this bloodletting ritual. If you are called by this, if you want to take your place and change the world and change yourself, then everything is there for you to discover. You don't have to cut their meat. You don't have to do it right away. You're not going to be able to do it. Instead of doing 5 days a week or 7 days a week of meat, just start and doing 2 or 1. Stop encouraging, vote, and be active with your money, because we are living in a world of money. Don't give them your money. If you want to partake in it, you have to take back your consent, take back your choice, take back your freedom by not partaking into mass murdering and evil. Don't tell me that you can't do it. It's not true. It's never going to be true. You will have to do it, because the change of food, when you're changing your diet, when you're changing your food, your consciousness will change. Your habits will change. I'm living proof of that. You pretend to be conscious, you pretend to be an empath or whatever fucking shit you're gonna make to make yourself better. Then if you're having dead, rotting meat of a dead animal in your being, you have to make changes, because it's cognitive dissonance. You're against slavery, you're against violence, then start in your own fucking plate. It's easy. Easy. It's tasteful. When you don't eat meat anymore, you're gonna know it's shit. The meat will smell like fucking garbage. It smells like fucking dead, rotting meat. It's disgusting. Even children, even a kid can understand it. I told the truth to my children. I told them where the meat come from. My children are all born vegetarians. They never ate meat ever. They're joyful, they're alive, they have energy, they're a tornado. So they're living proof of humans not being, that's not an obligation to eat meat ever. And our and 15 minutes. I'm gonna look. I forgot to look in the. Sorry, Mathieu. I forgot to all to check in the comments. Sorry, man. Maybe another time. Contact me, man. Contact me and tell me when. If you're French, we can do something in French. It's gonna be a pleasure to have you, man. Let's have a talk together. So, I mean, I cannot fucking believe that I need to do it once again. But I'm tired, and I'm gonna go to sleep. So, thank you so much, people. Thank you for being there. It's not gonna be a popular one. I don't care. I don't care. Because I'm not here to please you. I'm not here to tell you the good and the beautiful things and all the with the smile. I'm gonna get you the truth, the hard fucking truth about things. You want to see change in the world? Then you start to yourself. Just gonna put this one there. It's beautiful. Those who teach us the most about humanity aren't always humans. Yeah. There are no acceptable reason for abuse or cruelty to any living being. None. There are no acceptable reasons for abuse or cruelty to any living being. What do you think about this? Please, if you heard that, you're afterward, when the live is finished, if you see that on YouTube or Odysee, please give me your reasons. Give me your shit justification for indulging yourself with rotting meat. So yeah, thank you for joining me tonight. It's not an easy talk. I understand that, but I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna be fucking punching and pushing truth as much as I can, because I don't know how much time I'm gonna be able to do it because of the batshit crazy country that I live in. So the LIBERcast is on Facebook, YouTube, DLive, Telegram, Odysee, and let me see. I think I'm in another place. I forgot. Doesn't matter. So contact me. The LIBERcast is an open podcast, means that you can join or contact me, and I can have you on the podcast and have a discussion together. So if you're interested in that, my name is right there, Jacob. I'm on Facebook, so you can join me there, or you send me a email from YouTube. My email address is accessible from there, so you can contact me this way, and we can do it together, and sharing your thoughts, sharing your wisdom and knowledge to other people, whether it's occult, morality, health as such, overall, spirituality, when it's not fucking new age garbage. Let's join up together and talk about the real things and influence our way to freedom and morality and true morality by the way of natural law and truth, aligning ourselves with truth. So thank you, Sophie, for being there. I'm so happy you're there. Thank you for supporting the LIBERcast, sister. And Mathieu Leclerc was there. There were a few people who went by, but I didn't saw them. No comments on Facebook, I think. So thank you so much, people. Have a good night, and talk to you soon. Take care.